Hello everyone, this is Sridhar Chintala, Assistant Professor of Physics, ABV Government Degree College, Janagam. So far I am doing lectures, making video lectures on kinetic theory of gases. So in the last video lecture, we discussed about the postulates of kinetic theory of gases and the kinetic interpretation of temperature, and as well as the mean free path and the definitions of average velocity, most probable velocity, RMS velocity. So in this present video lecture, I would like to apply the kinetic theory of gases to an ideal gas to find out the distribution of molecular speeds, and which is given by the Maxwell's. So it is called Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds. So in the present video lecture, we are going to discuss about the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds. And this is from the BSc Physics second semester, the paper title as Thermal Physics, and the unit title as Unit 1. And in that Unit 1, it is a Chapter 1, that is the kinetic theory of gases. So my lecture goes like this. So the assumptions of kinetic theory of gases and Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular velocities. Initially, we do state the law of distribution of molecular velocities, and then the derivation and the deduction of expressions of velocities, average velocity, RMS velocity, most probable velocity from the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds. So this is the states of matter. As we already know, the matter is divided into solids, liquids, gases, where the solid is closely packed and the liquid is slightly loosely packed. That means the molecules are slightly apart than the solid. And whereas if you consider gas, the molecules of the gas are very apart from very far apart from each other and occupy any volume available space. And in the case of solid, it is held by very strong attractive forces. And in the case of liquids, it is the attractive force in between the molecules is due to the intermolecular forces. And there are, whereas in the case of gases, there is a weak force of attraction between the particles. And this is the motion of the particles. As we already know, gas particles are very free to move inside the volume of the container, whereas the liquid is slightly less probability or less speeds, and whereas solid is the rigid one, the molecules are fixed. So upon cooling of a gas, the gas condenses into liquid, and if you cool the liquid freezes. And if we heat the solid melts into liquid, and upon heating, the liquid boils and turns into vapor. So heating a solid causes it to melt and to liquid to evaporate. So assumptions of the kinetic theory of gases. According to kinetic theory of gases, all the gases are consisting of large number of tiny particles called molecules, and the molecules are rigid and perfectly elastic. A sphere of very small diameters, and all the molecules of the same gas are identical in shape and size and mass. And the actual volume occupied by the gas molecules is very small as compared to the volume of the occupied by the gas. So when you consider the molecules of a gas, they are small when compared to the volume of the gas, and they are rigid and they are perfectly elastic, and the molecules are having very small diameters, and they assume the spherical shape, and all the molecules of the same gas are identical in shape, size, and mass. And if you consider the volume occupied by the molecules, it is less than the volume of the gas. Since the volume of these, since the diameters or the size of the molecules are very small, the volume occupied by the gas molecules is very small when compared to the volume occupied by the gas. Since the volume occupied by the molecules is very small, the molecules are very free to move inside the container of the gas. So volume of the container. So that means all the molecules are in constant random motion in all directions with all possible speeds, and this state is called the molecular chaos. And due to their random motion of the molecules collide with each other and also with walls of the container, and these collisions are perfectly elastic, and that means there is no loss of kinetic energy during the collisions. So between the two successive collisions, a molecule travels in a straight line with constant velocity. It is called a free path, and the time taken for the collision is very small when compared to the time traveled, the time required to cover free path between the two successive collisions. And the mean distance traveled between two successive collisions is called the mean free path. And the average kinetic energy of the molecules is proportional to the temperature of the gas, that is in kelvins. So any two gases at the same temperature will have the same average kinetic energy. So a gas is composed of molecules that are separated from each other by distances far greater than their own dimensions. So the molecules can be considered to be points, that is, they possess mass but have negligible volume. So gas molecules exerts neither attractive nor repulsive forces on one another, and each gas molecule behaves as if it were alone in the container. So that means when you consider one gas molecule, we have to consider that all the gas molecules are at rest. Only this molecule is moving. So these are the assumptions of kinetic theory of gases. So based on the assumption of the kinetic theory of gases, we are applying this to the kinetic theory of gases to gases, results of the kinetic theory to the gases, and theory of probability. Using the theory of probability, we are deriving a formula for the number of molecules having their velocities between a certain range from C to C plus dc. So this was derived by Maxwell. So that is the reason it is named after him. So Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds. So based on the results of kinetic theory of gases and theory of probability, Maxwell derived a formula for the number of molecules having their velocities between a certain range from C to C plus dc. So if D and C is the number of molecules having their velocities between C and C plus dc, then this D and C is given by 4 pi n into m by 2 pi kt to the power of 3 by 2 into minus e power minus mc square by 2 kt into c square dc. So this is the statement of the Maxwell's law of distribution of velocities. Okay, so where in this equation this m represents the mass of the molecules, and the n is the total number of molecules, and k is the Boltzmann constant, and t is the absolute temperature of the gas. So let us derive this expression by considering a gas which is consisting of a number of molecules, and in which all the molecules are moving at random speeds in all directions. So let us derive this equation. So in order to derive this gas equation, so the velocity equation, let us consider a container having capital N number of molecules with velocities from 0 to a maximum, maybe infinity. So let the velocities of these molecules represented in a velocity diagram with O as the origin and OX, OY, OZ as the coordinate axis, as shown in the figure. So this is the origin, and this is the x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. And a particle is placed at P, it is having a velocity OP, which is equals to C. And the components of this velocity along the directions of x, y, z are given by Ox is equals to U, and Oy is equals to V, and Oz is equals to W. So P is the point representing a molecule having velocity c represented by a vector OP is equals to c. U, comma, V and W are the components of C along X, comma, Y and Z axis respectively. So that the magnitude of that vector is given by C square is equal to U square plus V square plus W square, just like the magnitude of any vector. That is, if A is a vector represented by AXI plus AYJ plus AZK, then the magnitude is given by A is equals to under root AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. So from that we can write A square is equals to AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. Like that we have the formula as C square is equals to U square plus V square plus W square. So this is the one from the diagram. C square is equals to U square plus V square plus W square, and this is equation number 1. And let DNC be the molecules having their velocities in between range C and C plus DC. So DNC we are considering. These are the number of molecules having their velocities between C and C plus DC. So all the molecules whose velocity components lie in the range U and U plus DU, V and V plus DV, W and W plus DW will be contained in the element of volume DU, DW, dV, dW as shown in figure. So this is the diagram. So here we consider the point P, and this will be the vector OC. That is OP is equals to C. So it is having a component along x-axis as U, that is OX is equals to U, and a component along y-axis as V, and a component along z-axis as, that is W, this one. So if we consider the number of molecules D and C whose velocities fall in between C and C plus DC, that means their components of velocities fall in U and U plus DU along U plus DU, that is U DU plus U along x-axis, and along y-axis V and V plus DV, and along z-axis W and W plus DW. So like that, if we consider those velocities, and those velocities will be contained in an elementary volume. So this is the elementary volume, so which can be drawn like this. So this is U, and this is V, and this is W. So if you consider the variation, that will be an elementary volume. Let us draw like this. Let us redraw this diagram. So this is our coordinate axis. So here we are representing the molecule P at P, and this is C, and this is O. And if you consider an elementary volume here, right. So this is the elementary volume which is having the dimensions as du, dv, and dw. So this volume contains the number of molecules whose velocities fall in between u and u plus du along x-axis, v and v plus dv along y-axis, and the w and w plus dw along z-axis. So this is then the elementary volume which contains all the velocities whose velocity fall in between C and C plus DC. So according to probability theorem, according to the probability of kinetic theory of gases, the probability of the molecule whose velocity is lying between u and u plus du is a function of u and du, and it is written as the probability of molecule along x-axis. So this is the probability of molecule along x-axis. This is f of u into du. Similarly, along y-axis, it is given by f of v into dv. And similarly, along z-axis, it is given by f of w into dw. So this is the probability of velocity of a molecule be in between u and u plus du, and this is in between v and v plus dv, and this is for the velocity in between w and w plus dw. So these are the three different probabilities along x-axis, along y-axis, and along z-axis. And if you consider the total probability, according to the probability multiplication theorem, the probability of a composite event is equal to the product of the probabilities of individual events. So the probability of a molecule whose velocity components lying in between u and u plus du, v and v plus dv, and w and w plus dw is given by f of u into f of v into f of w into du, dv, dw. So this is the total probability of the composite event, and this is equal to the product of individual probabilities of individual events. The probability of the molecule having a single velocity c in the volume element du, dw, dv, dw is a function of c, and it is du, dw, du, dv, dw. Just like how we consider the probability along x-axis as the product of f of u into du. This is the probability of the molecule having single velocity c in the volume element du, dv, dw is given by pi of c is equals to pi of c into the volume. So along x-axis we consider the length and the function. So here we are considering the function with the du, dw, and dv and dw. So we have equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. These are the two equations which representing the same quantity. So that means we can replace this phi of c by f of u into f of v into f of w. So f of u into f of v into f of w is equals to pi of c. This is equation number 4. So at a constant temperature, the molecule will have a constant velocity. That means pi of c is a constant one. If the temperature remains constant, the velocity will be remain constant. So phi of c is a constant. So then the differential of pi of c is equal to 0. So d of pi of c is equal to 0. So differentiating equation 4, we have d of f of u into f of v into f of w is equal to d of phi of c is equal to 0. So this is the UVW formula. So we can apply the partial differentiation. So this is with respect to u, and this is with respect to v, and this is with respect to w. So when you are differentiating with respect to u, you will get du term, and you will get dv term when you are differentiating with respect to v, and when you are differentiating with respect to w, you will get dw. So this is after differentiation of the d of phi of c, and which is equals to 0, and dividing the whole equation by f of u, f of v, f of w, we get f dash u by f of u into du, f dash v by f of v into dv. So this is the equation we got upon differentiating and dividing with f of u, f of v, f of w. So we are getting this f dash u by f of u into du, f dash v by f of v into dv, f dash w by f of w into dw, which is equals to 0. And we already have the equation for the magnitude of c as c square is equals to u square plus v square plus w square. And So differentiating the equation, which one is this one? The C square is equal to U square plus V square plus W square. So upon differentiating, as C is constant, it is equals to 0, and this is for U square. U square is 2U du, and V square is 2V dV plus 2W dW. So taking 2 as common and equating into 0, so we have U du plus V dV plus W dW is equals to 0. And multiplying this equation by a constant lambda, we get lambda U du, lambda V dV, lambda W dW is equals to 0, where lambda is a constant. So on adding equation 6 and 8, so we are adding this equation 6 and equation 8, we are getting right. So equation 6, we have f of u by f of v into du plus f of v by f of f dash u by f of u du plus f dash v by f of v dv plus f dash w by f of w dw, and that is added by equation 8. So f of u f dash u by f of u du plus lambda u du plus f dash v by f of v dv plus lambda v dv f dash w by f of w dw plus lambda w dw, which is equals to 0. So f of u by f dash u by f of u plus lambda u into du, since this du is common in these two terms, so we are taking this as common, and this is f dash v by f of v plus lambda v. Similarly, f dash w by f of w plus d lambda w is equals to 0. Since u, v and w are independent of each other, each term is equal to 0 independently. Since u is not dependent on v is not dependent on w, and w is not dependent either on u or on v or on v. So these are independent of each other. So each term goes to 0. Since du is not equal to 0, or dw is not equal to 0, dv is not equal to 0. Since if these are equal to 0, the value element will be equal to 0. So that is not possible. So the possibility is these terms, this term and this term, are individually equal to 0. So if that is the case, f dash u by f of u plus lambda u into du is equals to 0, and f dash v by f of v plus lambda v dv is equals to 0, and f dash w by f of w plus lambda w into dw is equals to 0. So as this is equal to 0, so for the first case, f dash u by f of u plus lambda u into du is equals to 0. So f dash u by f of u du is equals to minus lambda u du. So on integrating f dash u by f of u du is equals to minus lambda u du, and log f of u is equals to minus lambda u square by 2 plus log a to the base e, where log a to the base e is a constant of integration. So we got the expression for f of u as log f of u is equals to minus lambda u square by 2 plus log a base e. So this can be written as f of u is equals to, so this is log f of u by a is equals to minus lambda u square by 2, and f of u by a is equals to minus e power minus lambda u square by 2, and f of u is equals to a into e power minus lambda u square by 2, and f of u is equals to a into e power minus b u square, where b is lambda by 2. Similarly, for other components, we can write f of v is equals to a into e power minus bv square, and f of w is equals to a into e power minus bw square, so that we can write f of u into f of u into f of w is equals to a cube into e power minus b u square plus v square plus w square, and the constant a and b can be found by integrating the above equation, applying boundary conditions. And let n be the number of molecules per cc of the gas with all possible velocities from minus infinity to plus infinity. So according to the definition of probability, the total probability must be equal to 1. So integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of u, f of v, f of w, du, dw, so dv, dw is equals to 1. And the values of f of u, f of v, f of w is given by equation 13. So a cube into a power minus b of u square plus v square plus w square into du, dv, dw is equals to 1. And we know that the standard formula of minus integral minus infinity to plus infinity minus e power minus bu square by du is equals to 1 under root pi by b. So we can write for this as pi by b and this for pi by b and this for pi by b. So integral minus infinity to plus infinity a cube into e power minus b u square plus v square plus w square into du, dv, dw. So if you are writing each term is equals to pi by b, we have a cube into root pi by b into root pi by b into root pi by b, which is equals to 1. So from that we can write a cube into pi by b to the power of 3 by 2 is equals to 1, or a is equals to b by pi to the power of 1 by 2. And this b is given by m by 2 kT, where m is the mass of the molecule, k is the Boltzmann constant, and T is the absolute temperature of the gas. So this means the a can be written as m by 2 pi kT to the power of 1 by 2. A is b by pi to the power of 1 by 2 and is equal to m by 2 by kT to the power of 1 by 2, and b is equal to m by kT, m by 2 kT. So the number of molecules having velocity components lying between u and u plus du and v and v plus dv, w and w plus dw is given by dn is equal to n into f of u into f of v into f of w into du, dv, dw. And substituting that equation 13 in the above equation, we have dn is equals to, we already have the value of this. So n into a cube is equal into e power minus b u square plus v square plus w square into du, dv, dw. So the values of a and b, substituting the values of a and b in the equation 14, we get dn is equal to n into m by 2 pi kT to the power of 3 by 2 into e power minus m by 2 kT into u square plus v square plus w square into du, dv, dw. And this is equation 5, which represents the Maxwell distribution law of velocities. The total number of molecules in a speed range of c and c plus dc will be obtained by taking the volume element as the space between the two concentrating spheres of radii c and c plus dc drawn from the origin. So the volume of the spherical shell is given by 4 by 3 pi of c plus dc whole cube minus c cube, which is equals to 4 pi c square dc, neglecting the higher terms. So this is 4 pi c square dc. This is the volume of the spherical shell. But this volume is equals to the elementary volume du, dv, dw, and c is equals to c square is equals to, we have u square plus v square plus w square, and this equation 15 become dnc. Sorry, this one I have to select. Right. So this dnc is equals to dnc is equals to n into a power 3, that is m by 2 pi kT to the power of 3 by 2, and this is e power minus b into u square plus v square plus w square, and u square plus v square plus w square is c square, and b is equals to m by 2 kT, so it is e power minus mc square by 2 kT into 4 pi c square dc. And the total equation, if you look into the final equation is looking like this, which was stated in the beginning. So d and c is equals to 4 pi n into m by 2 pi kT to the power of 3 by 2 into e power minus mc square by 2 kT into c square dc, which is equation 16, and this equation 16 is called the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds in a gas. And if you take the number of molecules, the density for total number, the total number of molecules having velocities in between C and C plus dc, and the total number of molecules, that gives the probability of molecule to be having a velocity in between C and C plus dc. It is given by P of C into dc is equal to 4 pi into m by 2 pi kt to the power of 3 by 2 into e power minus mc square by 2 kt into c square dc, where this Pc is equals to 4 pi into m by 2 pi kt to the power of 3 by 2 e power minus mc square by 2 kt into c square. It is called the Maxwell probability distribution function. And from that equation, we can draw a curve between the velocities and the probability. So the probability and against the velocity curve is looking like this. So if a graph is drawn by taking the Maxwell distribution function P of C on y-axis and the velocity on the x-axis, a graph shown in figure is obtained. So from the graph, the following points are observed. So this is the graph. So we can interpret this graph from the following points. So the distribution curve at any temperature is asymmetrical about its peak. This is due to the lower limit of speed of molecules is 0, while there is no upper limit for its speed. And it may be noted that there is a certain velocity for which the value of Pc is maximum. That velocity is known as the most probable velocity. Lower and higher velocities are less probable. As the temperature is increased, the graph becomes more and more flattened. The area under the curve gives the total number of molecules in the gas. So from that expression, we can derive the expression for the average speed. The sum of velocities of all the molecules divided by total number of molecules is called as the average velocity. So we already discussed the definition of average velocity. So it is the sum of velocities of all the molecules divided by total number of molecules. So C bar is equals to integral 0 to infinity P of C into C dc, where P of C is the number of molecules whose velocities may be found in between C and C plus dc, and this is the velocity C, and this gives the average velocity. So average velocity C bar is equal to integral 0 to infinity 4 pi into m by 2 pi kt to the power of 3 by 2 into e power minus mc square by 2 kt into c square into c dc, and this is C bar is equal to 4 pi into b by pi to the power of 3 by 2 into e power integral 0 to infinity e power minus b square into b into c square into c cube dc. So where we replace this b, m by 2 kt by b, and integral minus e power b c square into c cube dc is equals to 1 by 2 b square. So substituting that, we will get C bar is equals to 4 pi into b by pi to the power of 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 b square, and this gives 2 by under root pi b, and C bar is equals to 2 by under root pi into b is given by m by 2 kt, and so bringing this 2 kt to the numerator, it is under root pi m. So this becomes a root 4, as 2 can be written as root 4 under 2 kt. So it can be 2 into 4, 8 under root 8 kt by pi m. So this gives the expression for the average velocity. And the value of 8 by pi under root is given by 1.59. So if C bar is equal to 1.59 into under root kt by m, so this gives the average velocity. And in terms of RT, if you want to write, you can write like this: 1.59 into under root RT by capital M, where small m is replaced by capital M, since we are multiplied and divided with Avogadro number. So Na into K is R and Na into M is capital M. So average velocity is equal to 1.59 into under root RT by Em. So this is about the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds. So far we discussed the postulates of kinetic theory of gases, and based on the probability theory and postulates of kinetic theory of gases, we derived an expression for the molecular speeds, distribution of molecular speeds of a gas. And from that expression, we derived the expression for the average velocity of a molecules of a given gas. So this is about the molecular speeds distribution given by Maxwell's. So thank you for your patient listening. Thank you very much.